So I'm working on a buyer program and I wanted to share it with you. The 5 steps into home ownership. Step number 1, communication. Let's sit down and talk. I would invite you to come to the office. We can set up a video call or we can just get on the phone. Either way, whatever you prefer is great. I think this is an important step because it's a big transaction. This might be your very first home purchase, or you might have done multiple. But either way, the transaction numbers are big. And so I want to make sure that you understand our process, but more importantly, I want to understand all of the goals and desires that you have for this home purchase. Step number 2, the application. The easiest way for me to get the application to you is to email it. I will send you a link that'll take you to our webpage. You'll click on the Apply Now button, answer the questions. This takes roughly 10 minutes to go through, and it'll give us a live look at who you are today as a person. It'll tell us a little bit about where you worked, where you live, kind of the debts you have, maybe your credit history, and just give us a really quick snapshot into your life, and so that we can help to set up some parameters about what you can qualify for. Oftentimes, what you qualify for and what you desire might not match up, so it's important to get this figured out right at the beginning. Step number 3, moving forward. Now that we've gone through your application, we're going to go one of 2 ways. We're either going to strategize for future purchase, or we're going to get ready to make an offer and go now. If we strategize for future purchase, there's a couple reasons why we would do that. Sometimes, if you have a job that's going to relocate you, and let's say that it happens in 6 months, you might not be ready to buy right now. Or maybe your lease is not up for another year, in which case we want to strategize and get you ready for that timeline. Maybe you've realized that now the down payment and closing costs are just a little bit further out of your reach than where you currently are, in which case we're going to put a plan together, maybe using gift funds or extra time to save up some more money, or using down payment assistance, or possibly some seller concessions. Again, strategy down the road. Maybe you have some credit issues that are just causing a little bit of an issue right now, but in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, that issue will be gone and give you the freedom to move forward. That's all part of strategy. If you are ready now based off of the application and the way you're feeling and the motivation that you have, well then we put together an ACE program. This is our Accelerated Competitive Edge program that we rolled out last year. We love this program because it allows us to gather all the documentation and give it over to the underwriter. The underwriter will then put you through a formal approval. Once that approval comes back, you are almost as good as a cash buyer. I say that in the fact that the benefit of a cash buyer is time and speed, because oftentimes they just have to order an appraisal. Assuming the property appraises, they drop the cash and they buy the house. They are at a much better advantage than a typical borrower. But with our ACE Advantage program, this almost puts you at the cash buyer advantage, because now you've gone through the underwriting process. So again, the only thing you have to do is get an appraisal. Assuming the house appraises for the purchase price and what you're approved for, you can move forward, giving you that advantage like a cash buyer. Really important step. Step number 4, find an agent. Now that you're approved, we can go get you an agent. This is important because there are thousands of agents out there, but not all agents are equal. So you really want to find the one that has your best interest at hand, and has great knowledge of the community and the area around where you want to live, and can really defend you and protect you in the entire process. Again, this is a big transaction, so you need someone that has skill and has knowledge and has power in this arena. And so finding the right agent is important. Step number 5. Now that you've gone through all of those other 4 steps, it's time to go find that house. So with your partnership of the agent and the backing of the lender, you can now comfortably go out there and find the perfect house for you and your family. I hope these 5 steps have helped you think through the process. If you have any questions, please reach out. My number is 702-279-2475. This is Brian Esposito, Branch Manager with Nations Lending. Thanks so much for watching.